pozdrav svima, dobrodošli u novi Viartis podcast, epizodu broj 4. Danas, kao što vidite, sam sam, dakle, Danilo mi izda, otišao je malo da uživa. Današnja tema će biti vještačka inteligencija. Sa nama je danas profesor iz Slovenije, Slovenija, da. Iz Slovenije, Stevanče ili Stevanče? Stevanče Nikoloski. So, welcome to our podcast. How are you feeling? Are you good?
I'm always feeling good in Banja Luka. It's my second time here, and
what do you think about?
I feel like at home.
Like home.
Like home. Yeah.
In Slovenia, where are you from? In Slovenia, which city?
I'm living in a place close to Ljubljana, but I'm working in a University of Novo Mesto in the Faculty of Informatics and Economy.
And how is the weather in Slovenia? Is it snowy like here?
Actually, I never had this experience like today in Banja Luka in Slovenia. You have a lot of snow.
Yeah,
in Slovenia, we don't have so much.
I mean, I'm even surprised because last time I saw snow like this, it was like 10 years ago, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, it's weird for me also. And so today, as I said, we'll speak about artificial intelligence. So I'll just like to introduce our viewers with what is even artificial intelligence, or how do you define artificial intelligence?
Okay. Actually, there is no official definition of artificial intelligence, but the term artificial intelligence was invented in 1956, first time, from one scientist McCarthy in Dartmouth. It's a city, one conference in Dartmouth, in USA, and in that time, artificial intelligence was explained something like science and engineering of doing some intelligent systems and so on. So in that time there was a connection between science and engineering. So it's not a completely scientific field. So it's something that puts science and engineering together, and industry together. Yeah. But artificial intelligence itself can be actually explained like a simulation of human intelligence processes with the help of some machines and technology and so on. And those systems are known as intelligent systems.
Yeah.
So it is something like, the processes that actually require some human intelligence that can be automatized with such systems, intelligent systems. So the baseline of those systems is the human intelligence, because it is those intelligent systems are developed based on the human historical patterns of doing those processes, and those systems are actually replacing some repetitive tasks. Yeah. So it's not maybe we will later touch that point.
Where is it mostly currently used, applied, if I could say?
Okay, so the current use of artificial intelligence is mostly established for image recognition and in the healthcare. For one of the current usage for example, I will give one example.
Yeah, for healthcare.
For actually for Röntgen X-ray pictures, CT or something scans, like that, detection of some disease based on the historical actually X-ray pictures, radiology pictures.
How does it even work? I mean, it's scanning history, DNA or something like that.
It is like taking all that pictures from the that are in the database of the hospital. So for example, in 10 years there are some 2,000, 3,000 pictures of CT scans that are taken, and there are algorithms that actually take every pixel of that picture, and there is also a annotation of those pictures by the radiologist. So in the history, in the database, I have picture which already I know that there is some disease based on that picture, and if I take those already annotated picture, I will train a model that can detect the parts of the
For
picture,
example, future cancer or something like that.
future cancers and stuff. And this is something which is also established and helps a lot of actually enhance the process of pre-detection of some disease instead of checking a lot of, for example, scans. The radiologists will check only those who are suspicious or something that comes into place that there is some potential disease or not. And it actually that way there is an enhancement of the whole process of pre-detection of some disease. So this is one application. Other application is, for example, for understanding of the natural language. Now those artificial intelligence models are overperform the human detection of some semantical knowing of natural text, natural language. And this is the natural language models that are established maybe more than 20 years ago. And now we know, everybody of us, you're using ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is one application which is based on.
ChatGPT wrote these questions,
which is something like a model that is trained on a lot of textual unstructured data, and trying to make those interconnections of the word order. So it can be explained like you have one text and you have sentences, and each sentence has some order of words. And if you have all those combinations, how the words coming one together to another, this is actually every, I will say, pairwise order of two words. And there is some coefficient how these two words coming together. And if I know that, let's say, I will explain like with this simple example. If I say Ljubljana and Rome in a context of capital cities, they will be very close together. Ljubljana capital city, this Slovenia, order, and Rome capital city, Ljubljana and Rome will be very close as a context together. And they will come into those two entities are very close to each other. But if I say Ljubljana and Rome as a, I don't know, tennis tournament host cities, Ljubljana tennis tournament host city, and Rome master tournament, they will be very far away because Ljubljana never organized such kind of tournament. And this contextual meaning is one parameter how the two entities are connected to each other. And you know, this, when you read somewhere that there is a large language model with 100 billion of parameters, means that there is a model which has a billion such kind of context connections, something like that. I explained this very, very naively, but it's a whole math. It's a numbers behind. So this is something like to understand why the context is very, very important for such kind of model. So now we went a little bit more deeper into the topic of ChatGPT, but this is also one of the usage of AI current usage. Another is, for example, computer vision. Computer vision means the algorithms that can understand some pictures, some handwriting, those OCR algorithms that can take and extract the text from the scanograms, from the scans. Those are the vision algorithms that are actually extracting the text, and those are the image recognition models as well. So this is another usage of AI. The predictive maintenance, for example, in the industry, in the production industry, you have machines that are working, doing some parts, and those machines are actually they're doing some maintenance. You have to change the tool or something like that. But there are algorithms that can detect to change in advance some tool before it comes to make some wrong parts or such kind. This is called predictive maintenance, and those are the traditional predictive models which are in use for a long time ago.
Okay, I'm actually.
This is something very, you asked me about the fields where now this artificial intelligence apply. Those I would say those are the fields which mostly there are other and more fields that are also using artificial intelligence, robotics and so on.
Yeah.
But those are the most established ones.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned ChatGPT also, and it's some application that everyone today are using. I mean, R2 are using ChatGPT. As I said, those questions are wrote by ChatGPT. And what do you think? How does that development of artificial intelligence influence human psychology or behavior? Or I mean, today he told me like 50 minutes ago, I don't even know how I could today make an exam or something to prepare without ChatGPT. But 2 years ago we didn't even have ChatGPT, and we still functioned like normally.
Yeah, now we are doing some interview and question answering. You ask me a question, I'm answering, and it's a human interaction. And it's some psychology, I feel you and feel your emotion, how what you pretend to ask me, how do you feel when you ask me something, and there is some emotion, some insights that I got that as a human answering those questions. ChatGPT is a tool that is developed in particular for question answering, and behind that application, that tool is a huge large language model, which is some knowledge base, structured knowledge base that is actually trained on a vast amount of data. So I'm trying to do some intro to come to the psychology point.
Yeah.
And we are used to now use ChatGPT even for preparing, for asking questions, for preparing for a meeting, also for preparing for this interview. I was using that tool, and it's okay. Instead of looking in the internet for some literature to try to find the connection of artificial intelligence with, I don't know, with something which is interesting for the students, I was looking for some literatures before. Now I can ask a ChatGPT to give me some direction of thinking, right? How to start to think and so on. The biggest problem, psychological problems, come into the place when we start to believe to those systems 100%.
Yeah.
And that's the point, because artificial intelligence is now also used from different purposes, also for bad purposes. For example, deepfake.
Yeah,
with deepfake, we look some video, for example, where some of our idols, or I don't know, some political person that we follow, or some influencer that we follow, is saying something, trying to create some opinion, some common opinion, but this is not him or her. It's something which is done with the deepfake technology, right? For image and video creation. So this is a generative AI, generative AI use case. And if I start to believe to the all videos that I see on the internet, then it is a problem. Because I, for example, I as a person establish some trust to some person, and I see some deep fake video on the internet, and actually this person can somehow psychologically affect my opinion who are going to vote next time, right? And this is something which is risky application of these tools.
Yeah.
So this really affect the psychology of the humans when using those. So this is my suggestion as an expert in the field of artificial intelligence, is that we should always have a reserve and doubts in such kind of answers. Even in that questions that you prepare, that you said with the ChatGPT, you have to recheck, revise, and check. So we have to use that as a suggestion, not as a fact, because those system, artificial intelligence, is never producing facts, something which is 100% true.
Yeah.
Even is the best models in the world for image recognition are not having 100% accuracy. It has 91, 92, 90,
or even 99, but that
even 99, that 1%
is,
can be crucial sometimes.
Yeah, and when you're talking about deep fake, I mean, most of the people are, I mean, if they're popular or influenced, they are scared of it. And is there any fear among people about artificial intelligence, or that it will, from example, like a movie Terminator, it will destroy humankind or something like that?
Yes, talking about the fear of artificial intelligence is I would say it's the similar like you're talking about the nuclear energy.
Yeah,
if it's
deadly, but
it's a very subjective things. It's the way how it is used for, and for what is used for, right? What is used that technology for, and everything depends on the how would say of the way how we use those kind of technologies. In the history when the vacuum cleaner was invented, everybody talk, oh, this vacuum cleaner will take over my home, everything. No. So also the fear in the human is that the AI will take their jobs, right? No, AI doesn't take the jobs. AI is taking the tasks. It's completely different. So AI replaces tasks. AI doesn't replace jobs at all.
I understand. Actually, we are graphic designer. We are studying it, and most of like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, it's using AI.
Yes.
But still, I am the main guy who is using it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's the same when you write some code, programming code. The AI can write you some code, but you have to actually adjust that code and make it give some sense to that code, right? But instead of writing some repetitive code for different purposes, AI will do that for you. But it's a task of writing some code for something, right? And it's a repetitive task that actually is automatized by using of AI. But the final decision cannot be done by AI. That's the first, and I think the biggest fear of the human. And also that the AI can get into my private things, right? Can use my private things internet. No, it depends of us. If I give to some stranger my personal data of my address or my card, of course someone will use that against me. It's the same to AI. AI can use that if we decided to give that information to
of course.
So it's
depend on us.
Yes, it depends on us. There is no fear if we think like similar in the nuclear energy. If we think to use the nuclear energy for the to help us to pay less for the energy, right? Electrical energy, to produce the energy with the nuclear, in that field. If I use for that purposes, and the human has benefits from that usage of the energy. So if I use AI to have some benefit out of that, then that's the way of how it will continue in the future also.
So it won't destroy humankind.
It won't destroy humankind.
We are safe.
Because the humans are those who write those codes. So if I have some, I don't know, if I have some high electric voltage in this building, there is a reducer that that will resistor that will turn off, right? It's the same with the.
So you think if someone from humankind use it for, I don't know, I guess destroying some, because the world is for some reason in war all time, how could we possibly stop AI? For example, is that just turn off electronics, or use some kind of signals to, I don't know if they will use it for robots or just to get in the system. Is there any way to stop?
There is a way. There is a way always. When you develop some algorithms, also the programmers can understand me now more. When you write some code, you give some constraints to which extent this algorithm could go, or something like that. It's the same with the AI. So the peoples are behind also in the ChatGPT. Did you try to ask how to build a bomb or how to do something?
Yeah.
And did you try that? Please
Actually,
try it and you will see which answers you will get back.
yeah.
Because
Build
everything
bomb.
which ChatGPT is answering, there are human crowd that's checking all of those
Approving answers.
those answers, and there is a human behind.
Yeah.
So this is a tool, Amazon Web Services AWS tool, which is called Mechanical Turk, and it's a platform where you humans, experts from different fields can register there and get actually answers and questions and answers to validate there, and they're paid for that.
Yeah.
So there are experts who are validating all those question and answers, and the model is actually fine-tuned by those validation. So it's the same like those picture CT scans that are previously now validated by the expert and the human, and the model is trained on the facts. Everything which is validated and approved by human is fact, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing.
So when I ask ChatGPT how it is that there is a human who is saying, "Not, I want to answer that question."
No, this is very bad. The model most probably will give you some advices, and way how to, I don't know, to stop thinking about that, to give you some other opportunities, even to suggest you some help for such kind of thinking. Also, if you are using ChatGPT as a psychologist, as a therapist,
just to talk with someone,
and if the model detects that there is some, I don't know, psychological depression to that person, it can actually alarm or give some predefined answers just to calm you and to give you that there is people who can help you more than I. Because I was 2 years ago, I was co-mentor of one master thesis on the topic of how can of actually detection of depression in the teenagers when they talking in the forum. So they are talking, asking some questions in the forum, and there was a model that actually taking those questions and detecting if the teenager who is putting some question or some text there potentially has a depression.
Oh. Are there students like us, like 20 years old, or some younger or older people?
It was a common work with the expert for cognitive sciences that has also previously defined words, sentences, keywords that are mostly used by the depressive people. So there was a knowledge and rules from before, and we detect that this text is mostly talking about those keywords, right?
Yeah,
it's a potential of having these people depression, and you can actually and that's why. But the people are those who are checking everything which ChatGPT answer to us is checked by people, by validated by the human, and it cannot be differently, because if we leave it without human check, it will go out of control.
Yeah. When we are talking like technological foundation that enable, for example, ChatGPT, is it like development of smartphones, computers, human minds? Who created even ChatGPT? I mean, it's made from OpenAI, I know, and they're like making like browser called chat.com. I mean, who make it? What is the reason that ChatGPT is today with us? Is developed of technology like smartphones or...
So there is the ChatGPT actually as a tool, as application of generative AI, of those language models.
I'm also sorry for asking you for ChatGPT because it is like the most used today.
Yeah,
tools.
Of course.
So I only mentioned ChatGPT.
Of course, but ChatGPT and this generative AI for natural language processes is only 10% of what exactly is AI.
Yeah.
So it's a very broader field of different usage.
Yeah.
And we are talking about the ChatGPT and how the ChatGPT is developed. I will tell you the ChatGPT is developed based on different such foundation fields. It consists of big data. Big data is base word that all of us hear. What is it? And I will explain big data in the way of with some joke.
Yeah.
How many push-ups Chuck Norris can make?
I don't know.
All of them, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And how many books ChatGPT has read?
All of them, I guess.
All of them. Everything which exists on the internet, somehow we assume that actually goes in the process of learning such kind of model.
Yeah.
So it's a big data. It's a waste amount of data from the volume point of view. Volume. So the big data can be explained with 5 V's: volume, velocity, veracity, variety, and I forget about the fifth V. But it's a waste amount of data that actually goes very fast. Real-time data, which actually currently we are talking about, and we are actually producing data, right? Audio data, which can be used for somewhere in the world. There is a different variety types of data, and the big data concept is one of the foundation concept of the AI. Then another foundation concept is, I would say, IoT, Internet of Things. So it's variables that we wear, all the sensors that exist, weather measurement stations, and so on.
Yeah.
All those data that is coming in the milliseconds, in the seconds. It's IoT, Internet of Things, and this data is coming to some I would say, to some station, and it's collected there and
where
processed.
Is it mostly placed? Is like in America or like some Scandinavian
Sensors are
countries?
everywhere, actually. Sensors are everywhere, even in the space.
Yeah.
Sensors, and this concept of this actually frameworks is big data plus IoT is actually the main data producers, actually. The tools that gives us a producing of data, and the data is the raw material for models, AI models. Yeah. So we are talking about AI, but I didn't mention the word AI, the word data.
Data, yeah.
Data is the basic. So without data, there is no AI.
Where everything is stored.
Yes. Yeah. And the data, now it's the new paradigm, I would say. The data is the new. The data is actually the new energy of the digitalization. Mm-hmm. So we are talking about the digitalization, and the data is the fuel of the digitalization.
Yeah.
And this fuel, if you put this fuel to some car, the car will drive, right? Yeah. And the car, in the case of digitalization, is the models, AI, or different algorithms, right?
Yeah. And
that can make some suggestions and recommendations and so on.
Yeah.
So IoT, big data, then natural language, unstructured data, and so on.
Yeah. And I mentioned also chat.com. They are saying that it will break Google Chrome even. Is it possible even?
Actually, this, when ChatGPT was invented, when this chat.com was invented, and before, actually stopped using Google. Why? Because Google
is working, or it will
Google
work?
No, it's not stopped working. It's working.
It's working. Okay.
But the ChatGPT, the concept of ChatGPT is a little bit different than Google. Why? Because the Google is telling you who knows, right? If you ask something on Google, it will give you pages, suggestion pages which are already ordered by meaningful and some semantic search engine, right? By some semantics in the behind, and order you with the relevance, right?
Yeah.
And then you choose where to find the information you need.
Yeah.
The ChatGPT goes a little bit a step ahead, that serves you that information as an answer and gives you references. So it is doing automatization of the process of searching for the relevant facts and information, and it's serving you. And this is the main difference of chat.com and google.com.
Yeah, and also I said we are using it, for example, for exams to prepare ourselves. How does it even, or how should, I need to call Professor Svetlana to listen to these questions. How should education system adapt to, to adapt or prepare future generations for AI? For example, we are using apps already with AI. It's called or Free Pick or Topaz, or everything is with AI. How should education systems use it or adapt on it?
Yeah, this is actually a great question, because it's actually the biggest challenge also for the pedagogical workers, as me as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to adapt the students as much as possible to use those technology, because I don't want to ban them, to forbid them to use that. I don't want that, because it's crazy if you ban someone to use something which is already helpful and already on a plate, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to and I'm actually update my way of teaching, in the way that I'm now trying to teach the students to for three things: problem solving. So I'm actually present to them how to use ChatGPT to solve some tasks, to write some seminar work, to write some paper, how to use it, but ethically, right?
Yeah.
Problem solving. Then the students cannot be taught for critical thinking with AI. No.
Yeah.
AI cannot make a reasoning, cannot make a critical think. Only the human are those who are thinking. So this is my point of view and suggestion how the education system, in which direction should the education system should go, to actually update the regular classes by educating the students more on those soft skills, like as critical thinking, ethics, and problem solving.
Yeah.
So those three: ethics, problem solving, and critical thinking, are the soft skills that students must include in their curriculum.
Yeah.
Right?
What are some like ethical challenges that we face with?
Which skills? Sorry.
Ethical.
Ethical skills.
Yeah. We are like facing with AI or something like that.
I mean, it depends of the way how you're using.
They're using
AI. AI is like you have a dog, and you train it, and if you train it and give the dog some food, the dog will be okay with you and will be your best friend, right?
It will listen to you.
Yeah, it will listen to you, will be best friend. It's the same with the AI. If you are prompting well, asking the proper questions for the proper purposes, and give that feedback, that back information, right, to the model.
Yeah.
So if there is something wrong, and if you tell the model that is wrong and the truth is like this, and give some example, and then use it as a loop back to the model will train on your good ethical usage of that tool, and will become more ethical, right?
Yeah.
So it's the way how the ethics is a completely different field, and there is no strict guidelines what ethics means in terms of AI usage in terms. But I see it like is the way of how the people are. So if I use it, if I'm trying to say some bad words to ChatGPT, it's because of me, right?
Yeah.
If I use this ChatGPT to write a scientific paper instead of me, without any try to change it, and I will try to publish it, it's by myself. It's the same like without ChatGPT, if I just copy or plagiarism of some other work, that I copy some parts of other papers and make my own paper. It's the same ethical thing, right?
Yeah. So it's a good thing to say thank you at the ending of asking something on ChatGPT.
Yes, that is the things. Yeah. And there is the special topic actually. I had this lecture within Digitrice project half year ago in June regarding of how to write a good prompts for prompt engineering. And there is the concept how you can get the best answers from the ChatGPT. But this is a topic itself.
Yeah. Okay. You said that AI won't like impact on some job markets or some job that will humankind will continue to work like we used to work.
Of course.
But are there maybe some actually jobs or skills that will be, I don't know, like used by AI or be only robotic job, or like what skill will be most valuable in the future as a humankind, as a human, as a person, that won't be impacted by AI?
Creative thinking, problem solving.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If you're actually earning your money by doing every day the same thing, then you will be replaced. I mean, because you're not doing a job, you're doing a task every day.
Yeah.
And the task will be replaced, automatized by AI, not the jobs itself. So the customer support, for example, it's a very good example. I will I will explain this briefly. Customer support. When you ask for some support for some, I don't know, services that you're using.
Yes.
And if there is I don't know, some telecom or whatever it is, I don't have an internet in that location, and the people is behind that always answering the same question today 15 times, right?
Yeah.
This first level of support can be easily replaced by AI.
Yeah.
And if there is a more complicated question which was not asked before, or it's a specific case, it's a second way of support. It goes automatically to the human, right?
Yeah.
But the main questions, the easiest
bills
questions,
or something
yes,
like that. Yeah.
yes. And the people who has that enough for working this repetitive task, they should think about the future.
Yeah.
But for the people who are working, some creative works like designers or artists or so on and so on, they should not think about that AI will replace. Yeah, will replace if you are doing some logos on the very standard way. You can think how to use AI to actually make my first draft, right?
Yeah.
And then to start working on the first draft, right? And to make some new thing and more creative thing. So you as a creator, you will have more time to do some creative things. You will not spend time to doing something from scratch again and again and again. So this is the way of thinking. So I will conclude with AI will not replace the jobs. AI will replace the tasks, repetitive tasks.
Yeah. Okay. And last questions, and I won't bother you anymore. What about future? What do you think about like next decade, or how it will shape our society? AI development and
AI development. This is only. I would say that this is only the beginning of what will happen next.
Yeah.
It means that all humankind we will have some personal assistants at least that will do a lot of things instead of us.
Yeah.
I think that the medicine, the healthcare for anticipating the disease detection in advance, some early detection of some diseases, this is the future, that this will be actually drastically improved. This is one thing how I see usage of AI for a good purposes, right? Another thing is maybe for, I don't know, doing more awareness of circular, doing some circular economy. I would, for example, reusing the stuff. So if I'm using something to think how can I reuse the same thing again, not to buy something to put on me once. And this transition to think circular, we are at least in this way, in this place of the world, in the Balkans, we are still far away from that kind of thinking.
Yeah.
But I think that we will make some improvement in that field by using such kind of technologies.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I think that AI will go together with the human always as my best friend.
Yeah.
Will not replace me as a person. So AI cannot sit here in the name of Stevančetu Nikoloskom and answer your questions. Never. But I can use to prepare to be more concise, more clear. I will use that technology to get some information, new information, and other points of view as well.
Yeah. So it won't happen like in movie I, Robot.
No.
So that's a good thing.
Because there are human behind the whole system who is checking.
Yeah.
Something.
So if it's go wrong, the humankind will just turn.
If something goes wrong, it's because of the human decision.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we put some system in the hand of some who decide to destroy the world, it can be used for that purposes. So everything comes to the same way of thinking before AI. Everything depends on some button that someone can press.
Yeah.
And also it's the same thing with the AI.
Yeah. So that's it. Professor, thank you for being our guest today.
Yeah,
I hope also we'll see each other maybe in Slovenia. Who knows?
Yeah, of course. I will be glad to see you in Slovenia, to come there. And thank you for hosting me.
Thank you for sharing information with us.
And I hope that it was interesting.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you.